Welcome back. Today we're going to look at improving a couple of things on the armored grommet that have been driving me absolutely nuts. And that's these things. This one here goes to the front and connects to the steering down to the spindle. And then this one here goes to the back. It connects out to the spindle out back here. And what drives me nuts is these things have got ball cups on them, ball studs. And they keep popping off every time we jump. They pop off about every other on landing, and it's driving me nuts. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to upgrade these. And some people might get mad about it, but what I'm going to upgrade them with is some turnbuckles from Traxxas. Now, I got these from my local hobby store, but if you don't have a local hobby store by you, I will leave links down below to Amazon, so you guys can pick these up off of Amazon if you run into this issue. What we're going to do is we're going to put these on. And then I also picked up all the hardware I think I should need. I got some 3x20 and 3x15 screws here. And then what I'm hoping for is to use the longer ones through the spindle. And then I got some nuts here, some lock nuts that we're going to use. And hopefully that'll keep them on the spindle. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to take the wheels off and we're going to start on the front first. We're going to start on the front first, and this is a piece that's off the front. And basically this just went on the ball stud there, and then it went down and connected to a screw to a spindle down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that ball stud off. That ball stud just takes an Allen wrench, and we can get that up in there. And we'll go ahead and we'll just unthread this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the turnbuckle and I'm going to run a screw through it. Now that I got the ball stud out of the way there, I'm going to go ahead and grab one of the turnbuckles out of the package. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mount this right up on top. And then I got one of my, what size was this I was going to use? Sorry about that. I got my 3x15. I'm going to run down right through the top of that. And hopefully it'll thread right in here, get it lined up. And then we'll go ahead and thread this right down. And I think enough of this is going to come out the bottom. I think I'm going to end up putting a nut on it too. And if that's the case, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to make sure this stuff is secure and is not going to go anywhere on an impact from a jump. Now that I got it flipped back over, there is enough of it sticking through, and I do have enough clearance in here with the steering. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put one of these nuts on it, and I'm going to put that on there, and we're going to secure it down with that. Now that should be nice and secure, and we don't have no clearance problems either. So let's go ahead and get this in, put on the spindle. So now on the front, I got one of my 3x20s, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to run that through here. Then we're going to get it lined up here with the spindle, and we're going to go ahead and put this in. And then I'm going to do the same thing like we did on the bell crank on the inside. I'm going to put a nut on the bottom of it to secure it. So hopefully it don't go nowhere. All right. Now that's what it looks like. Got the nut on the bottom here. And then we got the screw going through the top. Lift it up here. And we got plenty of movement for our steering. So hopefully that solves that problem. I'm going to get the wheel back on. Just going to duplicate the same thing on the other side. I'm not going to show you guys that. And then we're going to work on the back. Okay, here's the look with it all together. There's the inside of it. Then there's inside by the wheel. Get the focus there. You can see the nut and the screw going through. And we got plenty of clearance on it. Flip it around here. Look at it from the front. You can see. You can see through the A-arms there. You can see where the ball stud now is removed. Well, not the ball stud on the inside, but where the screw and the nut went through on that. And then right there you can see where the ball stud and screw was on that part. Now that I got that part all fixed, let's go ahead and we'll start working on the back here. Now the back was the same concept, except for you got a ball stud that's way back here, and then you had one that was on the spindle here. In the last wreck we had with this, when we jumped it, that one actually pulled out, but that would just sit there like that, and that's how it would hold on. So what I'm going to do is I don't have to worry about removing that one, but I am going to have to get the wheel off, and then I'm going to have to do the same thing as the front. I'm going to have to thread out that ball stud right back here in front of the gear cover, and we'll get those out, and then we'll get the other turnbuckles back on. Now you can see back where that ball stud was, we just got that stud going through now. We just got the screw going through. So I'm going to zoom it back out here. And I already got the wheel off out here. So now we got to connect this piece. But the first thing you want to do, you want to make sure you put your dog bone back in, because right now is the easiest time to do it after I drop it. This right now is the best time to do it, or else it's a pain in the butt to get your dog bone back in. And then give me a second here, and I'm going to get this all lined up and screwed back in for you. Now I got my 3x20 going through the hole there. So I'm just going to line it up, and I'm going to start with my fingers at first, because that's going to make it easier. And then I'll go ahead and get my wrench after I got it started. Then we'll go ahead and get that tightened up. And like I said, make sure you got your dog bone in, or else it'll be a pain to do that. You'll have to take it all back apart. Now I got it through, we're just going to take our little nut here. We're going to go ahead and thread it on the back side. That's what the back side looks like put all together. We got our screw going through, our nut on there, and then we got our screw going through up there. Now the back's done. I'm going to repeat it on the other side, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. I wanted to show you this real quick on the back because I didn't get a chance to do it on the front. But to pop these off, I usually just grab up in here with a pair of needle nose pliers. And then usually if you pry up, they pop right off. And then after that one's off, you can just bend it back and that one will pop right off. If there's an easier way, go ahead and leave a comment down below how you do it, but that's how I do it. So now I'm going to give you one quick look of what it looks like now. So there we got the ones on the front for the steering. Got the ones back here for the back. Now hopefully these don't pop out, because the pain with these is when that one popped, usually the dog bone went flying. Sometimes you got lucky and you found the dog bone, sometimes you didn't. So hopefully that also helps with that, to keep that dog bone in there. And then there's a look at the front one on this side. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. So that was my little video showing you how to get rid of these little ball cup links and balls that always end up popping off. I hate these ball studs in the cups. That's, to me, not a very good design, but I know quite a few manufacturers do use that. But hopefully I showed you how you can change that out for the better. And like you can see, they look a lot better. Hopefully they will stop popping off now while jumping, and that will make it all good and a lot more fun, because it's a lot funner when you're not fixing stuff. Well, that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. I'll leave links down below for everything that I used, and I'll see you all on the next one.